Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to speak with you today about one of the most important journeys you will ever embark on, the journey of working on yourself. To truly live a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success, you must first understand that it all starts within you. Everything you need to become the person you were created to be lies inside of you. The challenge, however, is to uncover and develop that potential. Let's begin with self-discovery. Before you can take action, you must know who you are. What are your passions? What drives you? What are your strengths? And where do you need improvement? It's only through this deep, honest reflection that you can begin to uncover your true purpose. Understand this, personal growth is not an event, it's a journey. It's not about reaching a destination and saying, I've arrived. It's about evolving, learning, and striving to be better each and every day. There will be days of progress, and there will be days of setbacks. But growth is not measured by perfection. As you embark on this journey, you must create a vision for your life. What do you want to achieve? Where do you see yourself in the future? Your vision will guide your decisions, fuel your actions, and motivate you to keep going when times get tough. Set clear, achievable goals that will take you closer to that vision. Remember, a goal without a plan is merely a wish. With this vision in mind, you must take full responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame circumstances, others, or even the world for your challenges. But the truth is, you hold the power to shape your own future. You are not a victim of your environment. You are the architect of your destiny. Now, as you move forward, you will need discipline. It's not enough to have dreams and plans. You must commit to the daily actions that make those dreams a reality. Small, consistent steps will always outperform sporadic bursts of effort. Discipline shapes who you become, so cultivate it in every area of your life. Along the way, you will undoubtedly face fear and doubt. It's natural to question your abilities, to wonder if you're good enough, or to feel overwhelmed by the challenges ahead. But let me remind you, fear and doubt are not enemies. They are opportunities to grow. Every time you overcome them, you become stronger, more confident, and more capable. At the heart of personal transformation is a mindset. Your mindset determines how you perceive obstacles, setbacks, and opportunities. Cultivate a mindset of possibility. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? A positive, growth-focused mindset will empower you to turn every experience into a stepping stone for your development. To grow, you must also commit to learning. The world is full of knowledge and wisdom waiting to be discovered. Seek education in every form, books, mentors, experiences, and more. The more you learn, the more you'll be equipped to handle the complexities of life and become a greater asset to those around you. As you develop, surround yourself with people who will support and challenge you. The people you associate with will have a profound impact on your growth. Positive influences, those who inspire, motivate, and hold you accountable, are crucial to your success. They will lift you higher when you're tempted to settle for less. Remember that true growth is not measured by how much you can accumulate for yourself, but by how much you can give to others. Service is the highest form of living. As you improve yourself, look for ways to contribute to the lives of others. It is in serving others that we find our deepest sense of fulfillment and purpose. In closing, I want you to remember this. You are the sum of the decisions you make today. If you commit to working on yourself, if you strive to grow, if you set goals and pursue them with discipline and courage, you will become the person you are destined to be. So I challenge you to embrace this journey of self-discovery and growth. Your future is in your hands. Make it extraordinary. Self-discovery is the foundation upon which everything else in life is built. It begins with a deep, honest exploration of who you are. Many people go through life without ever taking the time to truly reflect on their inner selves. They get caught up in external expectations, in the opinions of others, and in the noise of the world around them. But before you can achieve any form of success or fulfillment, you must first understand who you really are. Your core values, your passions, your strengths, and your areas for growth. Understanding yourself is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. You must ask yourself tough questions. What drives you? What makes you feel alive? What are your unique talents? And equally important, what are your fears? What are the limiting beliefs that hold you back? The answers to these questions give you clarity on your purpose and direction in life. Only through this deep self-awareness can you begin to align your actions with your true desires. Self-discovery also involves acknowledging your potential. Each of us carries within us immense potential, often untapped or underdeveloped. When you understand yourself at a deeper level, you begin to see the possibilities for growth, for transformation, and for greatness that lie before you. You stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on how you can become the best version of yourself. This clarity empowers you to make choices that are in line with your authentic self, rather than living according to someone else's definition of success or happiness. Through self-discovery, you also learn the importance of self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself, especially when things aren't going as planned. But when you truly understand who you are, you learn to treat yourself with kindness, knowing that growth comes with mistakes and challenges. The journey of self-discovery is not about achieving perfection. It's about embracing your imperfections and learning to love yourself as you are while striving to improve. This deep awareness opens the door to your unique purpose in life. As you begin to understand who you are at the core, you begin to realize the unique contribution you are meant to make in the world. Your purpose is the driving force that aligns all of your goals and actions. It's what gives your life meaning. And when you are clear on your purpose, it's from this deep understanding that all great achievements are born. The awareness of who you are, what you stand for, and what you are destined to accomplish. Personal growth is not a destination, it is a lifelong journey. We often think of growth as something we can complete, like reaching the summit of a mountain and then standing at the top victorious. But the truth is, growth is an ongoing process. It's about continuously striving to become better, to evolve, to push the boundaries of who we are and what we are capable of. Just as nature is in a constant state of change, so too is every individual on this journey of personal development. The beauty of personal growth is that it is not confined to one phase of life. It does not end when you reach a certain age or hit a particular milestone. Instead, growth continues as long as you are alive. Each stage of life presents its own unique challenges and opportunities for growth. In your youth, growth may come through education and discovering your purpose. In adulthood, growth often comes through experiences, relationships, and responsibilities. And as you age, growth might involve wisdom, reflection, and the deepening of character. To truly embrace personal growth, you must develop a mindset that views challenges not as setbacks, but as opportunities to improve. Life will always throw obstacles in your way, but these obstacles are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones. Each challenge teaches you something new, pushes you outside your comfort zone, and forces you to expand your limits. Overcoming obstacles builds resilience. And with resilience comes the ability to keep moving forward, no matter the difficulty. Another essential part of this journey is the realization that growth often comes from discomfort. We naturally seek comfort, but growth never happens in a place of ease. To grow, you must stretch yourself. Whether that means learning new skills, having difficult conversations, or taking on responsibilities that push you beyond your current capabilities. It's this willingness to embrace discomfort and challenge that drives personal transformation. The greatest achievements in life don't come from staying safe and comfortable. They come from stepping into the unknown, taking risks, and trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. As you journey through life, you will encounter periods of stagnation, times when you feel like you're not progressing or when you question whether the effort is worth it. During these times, remember that growth is not always linear. Sometimes growth happens in subtle, quiet ways that aren't immediately visible. It's easy to think you're not growing when you don't see instant results. But growth is often happening beneath the surface. Even when it feels like you're stuck, trust that every experience, no matter how small, is contributing to your development. The key to making this journey meaningful is consistency. Growth happens through small, deliberate actions taken over time. It's about showing up every day, no matter how you feel, and committing to becoming better. It might be reading for 10 minutes a day, taking a few moments for reflection, or working towards a goal consistently, even if progress seems slow. Over time, those small actions compound and create significant results. Just like a tree grows slowly but steadily, personal growth is built through these incremental steps that over time lead to remarkable transformation. It's important to remember that personal growth is unique to each individual. There is no one-size-fits-all path to growth. What works for someone else may not work for you. Your journey is yours to shape, and it will look different from others. The most important thing is that you are dedicated to your own process, continuously learning, evolving, and embracing the infinite possibilities that growth offers. Having a clear vision for your life is like having a map for a journey. Without it, you are wandering aimlessly, hoping to end up somewhere meaningful. A vision is not just a dream or a wish. It is a detailed, vivid picture of your future that inspires you and guides your decisions. It is the driving force that shapes every action you take, every goal you set, and every choice you make. Without a vision, it's easy to get lost in the distractions of everyday life. But with one, you have a powerful compass that keeps you focused on what truly matters. Your vision should be deeply connected to your purpose. Who you are, what you value, and what you want to contribute to the world. It's not something you create overnight, but something that evolves as you grow and understand more about yourself. When you have a strong sense of vision, you wake up each day with clarity. It gives you the energy to push through difficult times, the direction to avoid distractions, and the motivation to keep going when things get tough. While vision provides the overarching direction for your life, goals are the steps that move you towards that vision. Goals turn your vision from an abstract idea into concrete, actionable plans. Without goals, a vision can remain a distant dream, something you hope will happen someday without taking deliberate action. Goals break your vision down into achievable milestones, clear targets that guide you through the journey. They transform your ambitions into reality by giving you specific, measurable, and time-bound objectives to work toward. Setting goals requires careful thought and intentionality. They must be aligned with your vision and they must challenge you to grow. Goals that are too easy won't inspire you to reach your full potential, while goals that are too unrealistic can leave you feeling overwhelmed and defeated. The key is to find a balance. Goals that stretch you and help you improve, but that are also achievable with effort and perseverance. A good practice is to set short-term and long-term goals. You've been born bold and keep it under control. At times, a message must be expressed with a larger purpose and help you stay aligned with your vision, even when daily challenges threaten to pull you off course. By breaking down your long-term vision into smaller, manageable goals, you can stay on track and maintain a sense of progress. Goals should be dynamic. Life is constantly changing, and as you grow and evolve, so too should your goals. It's important to be flexible and open to adjusting your goals as circumstances change or as you discover new things about yourself and your purpose. Goals are not set in stone. They should evolve along with you, always keeping you moving forward, even if the path shifts. The process of setting and working towards goals also brings valuable lessons in discipline. It requires focus, consistency, and the ability to stay committed to the process even when progress feels slow. The act of working towards a goal strengthens your ability to persevere in the face of setbacks, to stay disciplined even when distractions arise, and to maintain a positive mindset throughout the journey. It's important to celebrate your progress along the way. Often we focus so much on the end goal that we forget to appreciate the steps we've taken to get there. Every goal you achieve, no matter how small, is a step forward in the right direction. Take the time to recognize your achievements, celebrate the growth you've experienced, and acknowledge the efforts you've made. This celebration fuels your motivation to keep going and reminds you of the power you have to shape your future. When your vision is clear and your goals are aligned with that vision, you are no longer moving through life by accident. You are moving with purpose, with intention, and with a clear path forward. Each goal you set and each step you take gets you closer to the life you desire. One where you are not only fulfilling your own potential, but also contributing meaningfully to the world around you. Embracing responsibility is one of the most empowering and transformative steps you can take in life. When you truly understand and accept the responsibility for your own life, you begin to realize that you have the power to shape your future. Life does not happen to you, it happens through you. Every decision you make, every action you take, and even how you respond to external circumstances is within your control. Accepting this responsibility means acknowledging that you are the one who determines your outcomes, regardless of the external factors that may seem to influence your path. Too often, people fall into the trap of playing the victim, blaming their circumstances, upbringing, or other people for the situations they find themselves in. While it's true that we don't always have control over the events that happen to us, we always have control over how we respond. The moment you take full ownership of your life, you begin to break free from the chains of victimhood. You no longer wait for someone or something outside of yourself to change. Instead, you recognize that change begins with you. By accepting responsibility, you empower yourself to act, to adapt, and to make choices that will positively influence your future. One of the core elements of embracing responsibility is understanding that your actions or lack of actions directly influence your outcomes. If you want different results in your life, you must be willing to take different actions. It's not enough to dream about a better life, a better job, or a better relationship. You must actively pursue it, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone or confronting fears and challenges along the way. Responsibility means showing up, even when it's hard, and making the choice to move forward, no matter the obstacles in your way. Taking responsibility also involves being accountable for your mistakes and shortcomings. Too often, people avoid accountability because it's uncomfortable or because they fear judgment. But when you embrace responsibility, you embrace the idea that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be learned from. Every mistake is an opportunity to grow, to reflect, and to improve. By accepting full accountability for your actions, you free yourself from the weight of guilt and regret. You stop living in the past and you begin to focus on what you can do right now to move forward. Responsibility is not just about taking ownership of your own life. It also involves recognizing the role you play in the lives of others. You are not an island. You influence the people around you through your words, actions, and even your energy. By embracing responsibility, you acknowledge your duty to the people you interact with, whether it's your family, your friends, your colleagues, or even strangers. How you show up for others, whether you lift them up, show them kindness, or offer support, shapes the world around you. Taking responsibility for how you contribute to the lives of others means showing up with integrity, empathy, and respect. In relationships, whether personal or professional, responsibility means taking ownership of your role in the dynamics that exist. If there is conflict, it's easy to point fingers and blame the other person. But true growth comes when you look at your own contribution to the situation. Even if you are not entirely at fault, acknowledging how you can improve, how you can better communicate, or how you can change your own behavior helps to foster better, more authentic relationships. In the pursuit of personal growth, taking responsibility is a daily commitment. It's about constantly assessing where you are in your life, where you want to be, and what you need to do to get there. It requires honesty with yourself, even when the truth is difficult to face. It means being willing to make tough choices and take bold actions, knowing that you are the one in charge of the outcome. Embracing responsibility is about embracing the idea that you are the creator of your life. No one else can live it for you, and no one else can determine your success or failure except you. The power lies within your hands to make choices that align with your values, your vision, and your goals. And while the journey may be challenging, the rewards of taking full responsibility are immense. When you stand in your own power and own your decisions, you unlock your true potential and become the person you were always meant to be. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the force that keeps you moving forward even when motivation wanes or when obstacles seem insurmountable. While motivation is often fleeting, discipline is constant. It is the quiet but powerful companion that ensures you continue to take action day after day toward your goals and vision. Without discipline, dreams remain just that. Dreams. They lack the structure, consistency, and commitment required to make them a reality. Developing discipline requires more than just a desire to succeed. It requires intentional effort, focus, and sacrifice. It's about choosing to do the things you don't always want to do because you understand that they are necessary for your growth and success. Discipline is the ability to make choices based on what you want most, not what you want in the moment. It means saying no to temporary pleasures or distractions in favor of the long-term rewards that come from focused, consistent effort. One of the most important aspects of developing discipline is cultivating self-control. It's easy to get distracted by the constant stream of notifications, the pull of procrastination, or the temptation to take the easy route. But disciplined people learn how to manage their impulses, stay focused, and prioritize what's important. They understand that self-control is not about denial, but about choosing what will bring them closer to their vision rather than what will derail them. They make conscious decisions about where to invest their time, energy, and resources, knowing that their future success depends on it. Discipline is also about consistency. It's not enough to be disciplined for a day, a week, or even a month. True discipline is built over time through repeated actions and choices that align with your long-term goals. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Whether you're working towards a fitness goal, building a business, or developing a new skill, discipline is what allows you to keep going even when progress feels slow. It's the commitment to continue making small but significant progress even on days when motivation is low or the results aren't immediately visible. Creating systems and routines that support your goals is also an essential part of building discipline. When you have a structured approach to your day, you remove the need for constant decision making and reduce the chances of getting sidetracked. Habits are the building blocks of discipline. Whether it's waking up early to meditate, reading for 20 minutes each day, or setting aside time each week to reflect on your progress, routines help you stay on track and make disciplined behavior second nature. The key is to start small and build momentum. As you make discipline a habit, it becomes easier, and eventually, it's no longer something you have to think about, just part of who you are. Accountability plays a crucial role in developing discipline as well. When you hold yourself accountable to your goals and progress, you create a sense of responsibility that motivates you to stay on track. Whether through self-reflection, tracking your progress, or sharing your goals with someone who can offer support, accountability keeps you focused and helps you push through the tough times. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success can be a powerful motivator to stay disciplined and continue working towards your vision, even when things get challenging. Another important element of discipline is resilience. Along the way, you will face challenges, setbacks, and failures. Discipline isn't about avoiding these challenges. It's about having the strength to persevere through them. It's about picking yourself up after a failure, learning from it, and continuing to move forward. Resilient people don't quit when things get difficult. They use those moments as opportunities to grow, adjust their strategy, and keep pushing towards their goals. Discipline is what gives you the ability to stay committed to the process, even when the journey gets tough. Discipline also requires a mindset shift. It's easy to think of discipline as something restrictive or limiting, but in reality, it's the key to freedom. When you develop discipline, you gain the freedom to create the life you truly desire. It gives you the ability to prioritize your time, energy, and focus on what matters most. And it frees you from the chaos and distractions that often derail your progress. Discipline gives you the power to create your own path and to take control of your destiny. Discipline is about making intentional choices every day that align with your vision and values. It's about understanding that success is not an accident. It's a result of consistent, focused effort over time. As you develop discipline, you cultivate the inner strength to overcome challenges, stay committed to your goals, and keep pushing forward no matter the circumstances. Through discipline, you unlock your true potential and transform your dreams into reality. Fear and doubt are two of the most powerful forces that can hold us back from reaching our potential. They often creep in when we are on the brink of change or growth, whispering to us that we are not enough or that the risks we are considering are too great. These emotions are natural. Everyone experiences them at some point. However, the key to moving forward is not to eliminate fear and doubt entirely, but to learn how to navigate them and not let them control our actions. Fear, in its simplest form, is a response to perceived danger or the unknown. It can be a useful mechanism that keeps us safe, but when left unchecked, it can prevent us from taking the very steps we need to grow. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of making the wrong decision, these are all real fears that can paralyze us if we let them. But what often goes unnoticed is that fear itself is not the problem. It is how we respond to it that matters. Most of the time, the things we fear are not as dangerous as they seem. The fear of failure, for example, is often based on the possibility of disappointment or embarrassment. Yet failure is rarely as final as we believe it to be. In fact, failure is often the stepping stone to success, teaching us lessons we can only learn through experience. Doubt, on the other hand, is a reflection of our own insecurities. When we doubt ourselves, we question our abilities, our worth, and our potential. Self-doubt can be particularly destructive because it undermines our confidence and keeps us stuck in a cycle of indecision and hesitation. We start to believe that we're not capable of achieving our goals or that others are better equipped to succeed. However, self-doubt is just a voice in our head. It's not a reflection of our true abilities. It stems from past experiences, limiting beliefs, and societal expectations. The truth is, every single one of us has incredible potential, but doubt clouds our ability to see it clearly. To overcome fear and doubt, the first step is to acknowledge them without judgment. Trying to deny fear or self-doubt only gives them more power. Instead, face them head on and understand that these feelings are a part of the process. They don't define you, and they don't dictate your future unless you allow them to. Recognize that fear and doubt are simply signals that you're stepping outside your comfort zone and onto a path of growth. They are not indicators of your inability, but of the opportunity for you to stretch and expand your capacity. Once you acknowledge these emotions, the next step is to reframe them. Fear can be transformed into excitement when you change your perspective. Instead of seeing fear as a warning sign that something is wrong, choose to see it as a sign that you're about to embark on something new and transformative. The same energy that fuels fear can also fuel courage. Fear doesn't go away. It's how you act in spite of it that counts. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. By shifting your mindset from seeing fear as an obstacle to viewing it as a companion on your journey, you can use it as fuel for action rather than allowing it to hold you back. Similarly, self-doubt can be overcome by shifting your focus from your limitations to your strengths. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of all the things you have already accomplished. Reflect on the times you've faced challenges and succeeded, even when you doubted yourself in the beginning. Self-doubt often clouds our memory of our own achievements, so taking time to remember your past successes can help you see just how capable you truly are. Start affirming your worth and counter those limiting beliefs with affirmations of confidence and capability. Recognize that everyone experiences doubt, even those who seem to have it all together. What sets successful people apart is their ability to move forward despite their doubts. Another key element in overcoming fear and doubt is taking action. Often, the longer we wait, the more our fears and doubts grow. The longer we let them sit in our minds, the more power they seem to gain. The antidote to fear and doubt is action. Even if it's a small step, taking action moves you away from the paralyzing grip of fear and puts you into a space of progress. When you take action, you prove to yourself that you are capable. You create momentum, and with that momentum, the fears and doubts begin to shrink. The more you act, the more you realize that the things you feared were never as big as you imagined. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Fear and doubt thrive in isolation, but when you have a supportive community around you, it becomes easier to push through them. Having people who believe in you, who offer guidance and perspective, can help you see beyond your fears and remind you of the bigger picture. Their encouragement can act as a counterbalance to your doubts, offering a steady source of support when you feel unsure. Embrace the understanding that fear and doubt are not signs that you should turn back. They are signals that you are moving in the right direction, that you are on the edge of growth, and that you are about to step into new levels of greatness. The journey toward overcoming fear and doubt is not about eliminating them completely. It's about learning to move forward in spite of them. Each time you confront and rise above your fears, you strengthen your ability to face future challenges. Fear and doubt will always be there, but they no longer have to control you. When you choose to act in spite of them, you empower yourself to become the person you were always meant to be. Serving others is one of the most fulfilling and transformative practices you can engage in. It shifts the focus from yourself to the well-being and upliftment of others, creating a ripple effect that has the potential to impact not just individuals, but entire communities. When you serve others, you step into a space of selflessness. And in doing so, you discover a deeper sense of purpose, connection, and fulfillment. At its core, service is not about seeking recognition or reward. It's not about what you can gain, but about what you can give. Many people are conditioned to think about life in terms of what they can accumulate, whether it's wealth, status, or material possessions. While there is nothing wrong with pursuing these things, true meaning comes from transcending the ego-driven pursuit of more and recognizing that the most valuable thing you can offer is your time, your skills, and your love. The act of giving without expecting anything in return creates a sense of richness that cannot be measured by money or possessions. When you serve others, you create an environment of connection. In a world that often feels divided, serving others is one of the most powerful ways to foster unity and understanding. It allows you to step outside your own experiences and see the world through another person's eyes. Whether it's lending a helping hand to someone in need, offering a listening ear, or providing resources to someone who lacks them, service builds relationships based on trust, compassion, and empathy. Experiencing the world as other, leveraging my time, reprioritizing patents, reversing the... In serving others, you recognize that we are all connected and that each person's struggle or triumph is a shared experience. Serving others also has the profound ability to enrich your own life in ways you may not expect it. It opens your heart and expands your perspective. When you focus on meeting the needs of others, your own problems or challenges can begin to seem more manageable. There's a profound humility that comes from seeing that you are part of something larger than yourself. The simple act of helping someone else can provide you with a sense of purpose and meaning that transcends any material achievement. It reminds you that life isn't just about individual success, but about making a collective impact, no matter how small. Serving others cultivates gratitude. When you actively contribute to the lives of those around you, you begin to develop a deeper appreciation for what you have. It's easy to take things for granted when life is going well. But when you extend yourself in service, you start to recognize the abundance in your own life. You see how blessed you are to have your health, your resources, your opportunities, and your loved ones. And this appreciation makes you more aware of the gifts you have to offer. Gratitude becomes a natural byproduct of service, and it enhances your overall well-being. There is also a power in giving without attachment. When you serve others, it's important to let go of any expectations about how your help will be received or what you will get in return. True service is selfless. It's about giving because you can, not because you expect something in return. This freedom from expectation allows you to serve with pure intentions and without the pressure of seeking validation or acknowledgement. It's the kind of service that transforms both the giver and the receiver. When you can offer your time, energy, and resources freely, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you have made a difference, regardless of how it is acknowledged. In the process of serving others, you also develop a sense of responsibility. It becomes clear that your actions have the potential to create meaningful change in the lives of those around you. This realization can be incredibly empowering, as it reminds you that no action is too small to make an impact. Whether you're volunteering your time, sharing your knowledge, or offering financial support, every act of service contributes to the greater good. You realize that you have the ability to shape the world through your choices, and that responsibility becomes a powerful motivator to continue serving. Service is not just limited to grand gestures or large-scale acts of charity. It is present in the everyday moments where you take the time to support those around you. It could be as simple as a kind word to someone who's struggling, taking the time to listen when someone needs to talk, or being there for a friend when they need you. Sometimes the smallest acts of kindness can have the most profound impact. The true essence of service lies in the consistency of your actions and the heart with which you approach others. Even the smallest offering of time or care can create lasting change in someone's life. When you serve others, you may find that it leads to personal growth. As you step outside your own concerns and focus on the needs of others, you develop a greater sense of empathy and compassion. You gain perspective on your own life and struggles, recognizing that everyone has their own battles to fight. Serving others helps you to grow in humility, patience, and understanding. It challenges you to become a better version of yourself by broadening your worldview and teaching you valuable life lessons that go beyond textbooks or experiences of self-interest. The act of serving others is an expression of love and humanity. It is a reminder that the most profound impact we can have in the world often comes from the simplest acts of kindness. Service may not always be easy, and at times it may require sacrifice, but the rewards are immeasurable. In serving others, you serve yourself by deepening your connection to the world around you, fostering a sense of meaning and purpose, and creating a ripple effect of positivity and change that extends far beyond what you can imagine. Embracing the journey of self-discovery, developing discipline, overcoming fear and doubt, and serving others are not just ideals to strive for. They are the foundation for living a life of purpose and impact. Each of these principles empowers you to rise above limitations, break through barriers, and step into the greatness that lies within you. The road to personal growth is not always easy, and at times it may seem daunting. But it is through embracing these values that you begin to unlock your true potential. Remember, the challenges you face today are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on your journey. The fear you feel, the doubts that creep in, they do not define you. You have the power to transform them into opportunities for growth and progress. By embracing responsibility and discipline, you will create the life you desire. One of focus, consistency, and meaningful action. And through serving others, you not only change their lives, but you transform your own, discovering a sense of fulfillment that no achievement or possession can provide. In the end, life is not just about achieving success for yourself. It's about leaving a legacy of impact, kindness, and love. So step forward with courage, embrace your responsibility, and serve others with a heart full of generosity. The world needs what you have to offer, and your contribution, no matter how big or small, has the power to create lasting change. The future is waiting for you to step into it with purpose, and with every choice you make, you have the opportunity to shape that future into one of fulfillment, joy, and meaningful impact.